Good morning, my dear children. I hope that everything is going smooth in your life. Anyway, let me tell you a big thanks that I got very nice responses from you after the class. And I understood something that you understood the chapter very well. And thank you very much for that. And moreover, I'm so happy to tell you that I have got many nice activities from you. The activities you have presented were beautiful, impressive, and keep it up. And I'm expecting such kind of response in the coming classes too. Anyway, do you remember our previous class? It's a story about a virtual classroom. Do you remember? The title of the story was The Fun They Had. The Fun They Had, written by Isaac Asimov. Well, the story shows a virtual classroom when, on 17th May 2157, means more than 100 years. After more than 100 years, in the future, this story takes place in the future. And it is about a virtual classroom. Virtual classroom, I have already told you, a classroom which is completely under the control of technology. Robots, computer, internet and mobile phones. And there is no classrooms, no schools. The students do not want to go to classrooms and sit in the class of a teacher. They can sit in their own home, and robots, internet and everything is set as their teachers. So that is called virtual classroom. And the time 2157 means after more than 100 years. So, in the previous class, we met the two main characters in our story, Margie, the little girl, and her brother Tommy, her elder brother Tommy. And when the story starts, Maggie was writing her diary, and in the diary she explained, she shared a strange thing. What was a strange thing? Do you remember? Yeah, Tommy found a book which is written. And for them, it was really a strange thing, isn't it? A printed book was really a strange thing because they are living in the world of technology, and for them, a printed book is useless. And they were having a discussion of the book, and they were telling that those books are useless. The printed books are useless because the words are not moving, and if you are using the book once, and we cannot use it again because the books have the same text and it is not moving. See, our computer, the same screen, but the stories are moving. So both of them said that those books are useless, isn't it? And they found one thing in that book. What is explained, it is about school. And for them, that word is something strange, school. Because they heard about such a printed book and a school from their grandfather. Because when the grandfather's grandfather maybe, and that much old it was. And for them, it is something new. So I hope that you have read the books well. You have read your book well, and let us continue with page number 6 from third paragraph. So please keep your textbook with you and use your fingers to follow me. Margie was scornful. Scornful means contemptuous, means such a feeling, useless feeling it is, worthless feeling. Margie always, because you know why? Margie was scornful. School? What there is to write about school? I hate school. Very nice thing. What she said about school is written in that book. What is there to write about school? I hate school actually. Do you hate school? Okay. Anyway, and continued. Margie always hated school. Reason is there. What is the reason? But now she hated it more than ever. The mechanical teacher had been giving her test after test in geography. Why she hates school? School means for her. Again, I am telling you, school means in the room, all the technologies, robot, internet, computer, TV, everything. That is her school. And she hated her school because the mechanical teacher is the robot. robot comes as a teacher. And the mechanical teacher means a machine, maybe a computer, maybe a robot. The mechanical teacher had been giving her test after test, again and again giving text in which subject? In geography. And she had been doing worse and worse until her mother had shaken her head sorrowfully and sent for the county inspector. So listen. When she was doing her homework, geography homework, always and always means again and again it is getting worse. Means the answer is not getting clear. And at last the mother understood that. She shaken her head sorrowfully. So why did her mother shaken her head sorrowfully? It means the machine is not working. That is why the answer is always wrong and wrong. So what she decided, and sent for the county inspector. County inspector means a person who checks the machines, who repairs the machines. So she decided to take that machine to a person who repairs a machine. And he was a round little man with a red face and a whole box of tools with dials and wires. So he came, a real mechanic with a red face. And one more thing is a round little man. Very nice to see. A round little man with a red face came with a box full of tools. Tiles and wires means tools. He smiled at Margie. Why? Because a small cute little girl. So he smiled at Margie and gave her an apple. Please have it, an apple. Then took the teacher apart. Teacher means the machine, the robot, and he took the machine apart. What a nice mechanic, isn't it? Have you ever got an apple or a sweet from a mechanic? No, but she's lucky for that. Margie had hoped he wouldn't know how to put it together again. Put it together means repair it again. So she was praying to God, please, my dear God, that mechanic the mechanic shouldn't repair the machine. Then what will happen? She doesn't want to study. You also tell me the truth. When it is heavily raining or some other incidents are happening, you also may pray to God. One prayer you have, what? Tomorrow. You are also praying to God, or you are thinking about the district collector will proclaim a news. What is the news? Tomorrow there is no school. So like you, she also was thinking, oh my dear God, the mechanic shouldn't repair that machine. But what happened? Margie had hoped so. But he knew how all right, and after an hour or so, there it was again, large and black and ugly, with a big screen on which all the lessons were shown and the questions were asked. So that machine is again ready. The ugly one, the black one with the big screen, maybe just like a computer. And the lessons were shown and the questions were always asking. The computer or the robot is always, the machine is always asking the question. That wasn't so bad. Why? The part Margie hated most was the slot where she had to put homework and test papers. Asking questions and teaching, okay, it's okay. But she hated the slot. Slot means a given space or a time to give homework, to submit the homework. Okay? It's a space or a time to submit her homework. She hated to do homework also. And test papers, not only test papers, but homeworks, but also test papers, means exams, like you. She always had to write them out in a punch code. Punch code means a computing language, the language of the computer. So she wants to answer all the exams, all the questions in this punch code. They made her learn when she was 6 years old. Actually, when she was 6 years old, she learned that language. And the mechanical teacher calculated the marks in no time. See, if you write an exam before the vacation, when will you get the papers? Only after the vacation, or minimum 3 or 4 days will be there. But for her, at the second, she will get the result. So such a condition it would be. The inspector had a smile. Why? After he was finished and patted Margie's head. Then he said to her mother, "It's not the little girl's fault, Mrs. Johns." So Mrs. Johns is their mother's name, as a mother of those two children. So he said that this is not the fault of this little child. I think the geography sector, means the geography machine, was geared a little too quick. Actually, this geography sector of the machine is complained. It is gearing too quick, means it is working too quick. Those things happen sometimes. Sometimes it will be like that. I have slowed it up to an average 10-year level, means the 10-year level of a girl, 10-year-old girl's level. And I have solved. Actually, the overall pattern of her progress is quite satisfactory. And he patted Margie's head again. So anyway, her prayer was worthless. Why? He repaired the machine. The problem was the machine, and he solved it, and he repaired it. Okay, now let's move to the next paragraph. Margie was disappointed. She had been hoping they would take the teacher away altogether. She expected that machine wouldn't be alright, wouldn't be repaired, so that person will take that machine with her. But her expectation didn't take place. Can I ask you a question? I want a sincere answer. Have you ever prayed or expected that if that teacher, if not coming to our class, we will be blessed? Have you ever thought like that? I think no, because you are very nice students, but somebody are there like that. Anyway, she was like that. Margie was like that. She got fed up with the machine. So she prayed to God that if that person was just taking, but disappointed because the machine is okay now. They had once taken Tommy's teacher away for nearly a month because the history sector had blanked out completely. And one day, when her brother's machine was in a complaint, it was complained, one person came and took the machine with him for 1 month because the history sector, the history part was under complaint. 1 month there was no class. Can you imagine? I think now you can imagine, because for many months you have no class, still you cannot come to school. Actually, I would like to tell you something, that our first chapter has some magical powers. Because what this book says is happening now, I think. Almost now everything is just like a virtual classroom, because you are sitting at home and the video of your teacher is there, isn't it? So anyway, then last what happened? So she asked to Tommy, why would anyone write about school? Again, the same question. Why somebody is writing about that school? And Tommy looked at her with a very superior eyes. Why superior? Tommy is superior because he is elder than her. That's why. So with his superior eyes, when a small children from LKG or UKG, or when your little brothers and sisters are asking you something, some doubts, how will you answer? With a superior mind, because I am the brother, I know something more than you. So he was also replying with a superior eyes, because it is not our kind of school. Stupid, my dear stupid little sister. And that school and our school are entirely different. This is an old kind of school that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. The school written in the book was about the school before 100 years ago. He added loftily. Loftily means what? In a superior way. Again, the loftily means superior way. Pronouncing the word carefully. Centuries ago means years, and hundreds years ago, centuries ago. And Margie was hurt. Why? Well, I don't know what kind of school they had all that time ago. And she is so small, so she told that, actually I don't know about such kinds of school which was there before years. And she read the book over his shoulder for a while, then said, anyway, they had a teacher. After reading the book again for some time, she found one more important point. There was a teacher for them. And that's all for today. So what happened to them, to Margie and Tommy? you have just found when they got the book. Actually, Margie hated her classrooms, her virtual classroom, her machines, robots and all, because they are always giving her test papers, exams and all. So she got fed up with the machines. So one day her geography machine just got repaired. Complaint was there. So one person, a mechanic came and repaired it well. Actually, she was praying God that please, it shouldn't be repaired. It should be always in a wrong manner. But her expectation was worse and the machine was okay and it started working. And she thought about her brother's machine, which was just under complaint for 1 month. Then they discussed about our previous school, the school now we are going on. We are practicing on. And after reading the book, she said that they had one person as a teacher. A teacher means a person as a teacher. Okay, then what are their findings in the coming pages? Means while they were reading the pages, let's see what they are finding later and later. Okay, so anyway, that's all for us. That's all for today. And I would like to give you a small activity that from these 2 pages, means page number 5, 6 and 7, from these 3 pages, just try to find out 10 questions along with answers yourself. Okay, so that is your homework. So I hope that it's clear for you, and read your book well. Thank you. Have a nice day. Bye.